Hello, Jamie from Inky and Scrappy. We're gonna make a woodland critter pocket. Well, gift card pocket today. So it's also a hugger, but we're also gonna make it into a gift card holder. So I have everything die cut and we are ready to go. I did these in class this week at the coffee house, firehouse coffee house. And let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna pull out this one. And I have all my pieces. So we're gonna go over the pieces. I am using the Fawn's Woodland Critter Hugger die set and then the Winter Woodland Critter add-on piece. So I did this one, the full one once. And then I cut another one from a scrap and we're gonna modify that one a little bit. This is going to be the back of it. And then I am using that stitched pocket from Fawn as well for my gift card pocket. And we're gonna modify that one a little bit. We struggled a little bit with it in class last night, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different with it today. And let's see if it works a little bit better. So on my original one, I'll bring in my original one. So my original one, I had originally, is it this one? This one. I've done like 4 of these now. So this was my original one. So I had actually folded it all under and tucked it in. So then you had that extra paper in there. And it kind of made it a little snug on the back of it to actually fit it. Actually fit a gift card. And this isn't really a gift card. It's a key card. So it might be a little bit bigger than a traditional gift card, but it kind of made it a little bit snug to fit in there. And so for my second one, when I did this one in Chicago with my sister-in-law, we wrapped it around the woodland critter. So we're going to end up modifying that one score line just a teeny tiny bit, but it makes it slide in and out a lot easier and it gives us a little more wiggle room. Now at class last night, we did the same thing, but we didn't modify it, and we ended up with a little bit of a curve and or a bow. And I gave mine away, so I don't have my one from last night, so I can't show you that curve and or bow. So I'm actually just gonna put it on here, and I just wanna wiggle it just a teeny tiny. I just wanna move this one just a little bit. So not a whole lot, and you can totally just do it as you're doing it. I just think it's gonna be easier this time to kind of modify and stretch that one just a little bit. So I'm only going over like maybe 1/8 of an inch from that original score line. It's probably not even that much, but it's going to give me just a little bit of wiggle room when I get to that point. There is a fly. Do you see that? There's a fly. It is like, it's a dead fly now. It is currently 9 below outside with wind chills of like 30 below. Welcome to Minnesota. Yeah. We're also in a blizzard warning, so I don't know when this is going to get up because I probably won't be home tonight to do it. And then we have the pieces that come with that woodland critter set right here. So we have the tail, the little ear add-on pieces, the little mouth and or nose, the ear pieces. Let's see what else. I am bringing in some wiggly eyes, excuse me, for my eyes because I love a good wiggly eye. Where's my shiny nose? I cut the little black piece from the shiny black cardstock from Crescent Creations because I thought that cute black nose would be adorable in that one. So, but I can't find it. I will pull out another one when I get to that point. I promise. Because, yeah, I thought that was like, oh, right here. It's just upside down. There's my black shiny nose. And then from that winter add-on kit, we are using the scarf, the mittens. I think the mug is from that one as well. So we have all the mitten pieces and, of course, that really cute little whip topping. So these are from the original one. These are from the add-on, winter add-on, and this is that die cut stitched pocket, and of course googly eyes, because life is good with googly eyes. We're going to start with our back piece, so we're not going to do this one yet. Now, I don't remember if the heart, and you can correct me, I thought the heart was in the Woodland Critters, but maybe the heart is in that winter add-on. I don't remember, and I don't have my die set right on hand to look to see which one it actually belonged to. So I just cut off my arms on this one, so I just made it flush on each side. You could use a guillotine style cutter if that works better for you, but we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to fold this on that new score line here and these score lines. I'm just going to fold it under because I'm going to tuck it around the bottom side. So this is my back side, so it's that smooth beveled, it's kind of got that beveled edge look. And here's my back side. And here is that pocket. So for that pocket, we're just going to sneak this one on here. I just want to make sure that we're good here. Yep, that will work perfectly. It's going to stick out a little bit from the other side, but I don't think it's really going to matter. But we'll see. And for this one, for class, we did dry adhesive. And I don't think it stuck the greatest with the straight dry adhesive. So I'm going to use a little bit of dot runner, which will give me that instant hold that I kind of like. So I don't have to actually sit there and hold it till it dries. And then I'm going to add in some glitter art glue for my liquid adhesive here. And then we're just going to fold those in just like so. And if you have a heavy weight to set on top of that, that works well. But there it is. See how it stays flat this way, and then we don't have to worry about the other. So the only other thing I need to add on to this piece right here is that little heart that we have die cut out. This is the one I'm not sure if it is actually from the Woodland Critter set or if it's from that winter add-on set. But it's adorable. And that's why I say this one doesn't have to be for Christmas, because really that red, white, and black with that little heart on the bum here would be super cute for a Valentine's Day card. Put, I'm thinking Cold Stone Creamery gift certificate in there, or I think, you know, down by my sister and my dad's, it would be Arita's Italian Ice gift card or something along that line. Starbucks, whatever floats your boat. Local coffee shop. I like to support my local coffee shop. We don't actually have a Starbucks close. It's probably 25-30 minutes away, but the local one has just about everything that Starbucks has and more, plus homemade treats and goodies, and it's absolutely delicious. And it's local, so I'm all about supporting that local shop. My husband will look at me every time I come to the farm after I've been to town, and he'd be like, "You stopped at the coffee shop?" Well, yeah, I had to visit Rachel today. And he'll be like, shaking his head, "Costing me money, woman, costing me money." I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it's all good. I just put on my little brown piece for my little tail there. I'll, you know, get to that part when I get to that part, right? So I'm going to start with my belly here. You can start with whatever part of this one as you want. I would suggest saving the little scarf for last, but that's totally up to you. If you put it on, and I've done it both ways, like I've put the scarf on before I put this piece on, and my only suggestion is that if you put the scarf on before you put this piece on is to not glue the scarf on the top part very good, because this a lot of times might need to get tucked in there. And so I'm going to actually build this one big pieces first today, or bigger pieces first today, I guess. And then for this one, because I want to put those little ones here, these ones are really super tiny. And so last night we struggled with them, and I'm like, oh, I have the reverse tweezers and the crystal katanas for class. My crystal katana, so my first one I got from the scrapbook store or from a craft store. For class, I ended up finding them on Amazon in like a 4-pack for super cheap. So if you like the crystal katana look, but you don't have one, go that route. And I've got to go get muffins out of the oven. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I made banana, well actually, I made banana muffins today, and that was the only thing I was planning on making today because I got back from Chicago and all of that. And of course my kids do not eat all of the bananas, and they won't eat them once they get brown spots on them. They're like me. Well, I can't eat bananas. I'm allergic to bananas. But I used to like bananas, but I only liked them when they were green. And so my kids are very much like their mother on that one. And so once they get a little bit more than a couple of brown little dots on them, they're peace out. And so it was banana muffin day today. Of course, I read the recipe and then I started putting everything in the recipe and realized I doubled my sugar to 2 cups of sugar instead of 1 cup of sugar. It was 2 cups of flour. And so I doubled the recipe because otherwise I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then because I can't do bananas, I chose to spread it in half, and then I did pumpkin in half and banana in the other half. It works, I guess, or it will work. It did work. So now I have pumpkin muffins and banana muffins. And there's just something about fresh muffins or that smell of baking in the house that just, I don't know, brings me comfort. Of course they're all gluten-free because that's the only way I bake. So we have gluten-free pumpkin muffins and banana muffins for the boys. I didn't put nuts in the banana muffins this time, or chocolate chips. I'll probably get guff for that when they get home. They won't care. They'll still eat them. See, isn't that cute with the little shiny nose? I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There we go. There we go. So it's like using that black gloss paper is like using the black gel pen, like the glossy accent gel pen or the glossy gel pen. Okay, so I didn't fold in my arms yet. You can do this earlier if you want to, but I'm going to fold these in. And I cut 4 mittens. Now, you wouldn't have to go this far. I like to make it, you know, so if it's got open arms, they're cute, and if it's got closed arms, it's cute. I like to pay attention to those little details. Now, make sure that your thumbs are up when you put your thumbs on your little reindeer here, or deer. It's not really a fawn because fawns don't have antlers, so I just want to make sure that my mittens are going to cover the whole entire thing of the front. And so you see how we have extra here, which is just fine, and I'm just going to actually go in this side this time, add my glue here, and then we're going to lay this mitten over the top and line those up. So then we kind of sandwich the mittens in between. Come on, wiggle a little bit. There we go. We'll sandwich the mittens in between the end of his hoof, I guess, because it would technically be a hoof, but his hands. And then we'll do the same on the other side. I mean, I guess you could give a thumbs down if you were trying to say rats. That sucked. For this one, we kind of need thumbs up for the mug. It just makes the mug easier to add later. And we'll put the little mitten on. I am not great about wearing mittens in the winter, so my hands are always dry. Well, there's a point, because in the barn I wear rubber gloves to keep my hands dry from all the moisture and stuff, and then I don't like things on my hands, so I have a hard time putting lotion on them. I'm weird, I know. These are all things I understand. Which one do we want to do first here? Oh, let's finish the mittens. So we have the little cuffs cut, and I only cut the little cuffs for the front side of the mittens. I wasn't too worried about the insides on this one, because technically this one's supposed to look like this on the outside and not, you know, this one's supposed to have his mittens folded in, or you know, he's hugging a piece of candy in the end here. So we'll do him like this. But if you're doing one where his hands are going to be open, you could definitely put inside pieces on there too. Now for my scarf here. So if you pay attention, there's a little notch here. You want to make sure that the wider part is on the top and the other part is on the bottom. But first we're going to do, there is a little fold score line here. It's kind of hard to see with the pattern on there, but I like to take that, fold it, and then because my pattern doesn't match on the back side here, or it's not a solid color piece of paper, I'm just going to snip it just below that cut point. So it's still got a little bit of, and then we have our extra one. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that little piece and then a little bit on the front side here. And then we are going to just tuck this in here. Oh, that kind of lines up with that other plaid, doesn't it? That's funny. So we're just going to hold that there. And then for this piece, I'm just going to tuck this in on the back side, and then you get that cute little scarf look to it. Watching from this front side. And you can do it here, you can do it there, you could do it closer if you wanted. I'm going to do it right there. You could do it up on front if you wanted. Just make sure to butt it up on that part or tuck it in before you put your little flap there. Any of those work just fine. And then I'm just going to glue this part down. I'm not actually going to glue my little flaps down. You can, I just don't, because that way they can flap up a little bit. And then if you line up that little notch there with the little notch with where the hands fold in, it allows that scarf to kind of just nestle right there. And you can wait to do your nose and your mouth until after you have the scarf on if you want to make sure that it's high enough. I wasn't too worried about it, so I put mine on first. And then for the eyes, I'm just going to drop 2 dots there and hope that he's not a cross-eyed little critter. Are we kind of straight? Pretty good. Bloop. Okay, and then before we get too far here, let's do our little mug thing. So I'm going to put, there's a little cut in that mug. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the top, and then I'm going to tuck in the whip here, and then I'm going to use that tweezers to just hold that in place. While that dries, I'm going to go in and add my, let's see, I think I've done this side for my tail. So I'm going to pop the tail on here. And I'm going to pop the antennas on here. So the key is to make sure that part isn't shown. So you can go as far up as you want as long as your white piece doesn't go up and over the top of the little deer head there. And then we will let that dry. See, isn't he cute? And we have a little deer. Whoops, we have a little deer. I hope you caught most of that. Maybe I was off camera. Sorry. Alright, so we have them on. While we're waiting for that to dry, let's see if this is dry enough. Okay. So for the mug, I just want to kind of tuck it in, and we can tuck it in either way here. So I'm thinking if we go with the mug with his hand there, I can just put a teeny tiny drop of glue right here and tuck this one under, and then I'm going to use that double-sided or that reverse tweezers again to kind of hold that in place until it dries. But then his thumb just tucks right inside that little handle. Too cute. So for this part, you have options. So on the first On the first one, I didn't put a hanger in there. And the second one, I did end up putting a hanger in there because we thought it would be super cute to hang it on the tree when we're all done with it. Or you could hang it on the tree as, you know, a gift to find on the tree. So that is up to you. If you want to do the hanger piece, put that part in now. If you don't want to do the hanger piece, you can skip that one. Any kind of twine, string will work. I'm just going to use some, I'm pretty sure this is embroidery twine, of like a higher end embroidery twine. But you could use embroidery twine. I think the silver I used was like a silver floss. You could use fishing line. I'm trying to think what else is out there option wise. You could do ribbon, it's just going to be a little bit bulkier. And I made that one extra tall. Thank you. And then for that one, I would use, we didn't have glue dots last night or a strong double-sided adhesive. I would say using a score tape would be good here just to make sure that it sticks good. And I'm going to leave the tie on the top this time. As the other one, it kind of, I mean, it was a small knot, but you can still kind of see it there. And so he's kind of got a bump in his forehead, like he ran into a door or something. I don't know. And then for this, you can either do either or. You can do score tape, which is going to hold it together probably better than my little glue adhesive here. But I'm also going to do some liquid adhesive because I want to make sure that this is going to actually stay together, because we're going to put that gift card in the back and I want to make sure that it stays firmly together. It should be good on this one, and so we're just going to line, and putting that liquid adhesive on top of your score style tape or a tape runner is going to give you a little bit of wiggle room, so you have a little bit of time to line it all up. Make sure his ears match on top and his little body kind of matches below. And there we have it. So we have the cute little back. So you just, the back really covers up, you know, where the tail is attached and where the antlers are attached. You wouldn't need to do that part. I like to make it look pretty all the way around. That's just me being anal. It's, you know, totally up to you what you're good with, what you're not good with. And then I'm gonna put that on top, and I'm going to go and find my Velcro dots. So I found the thin clear fasteners in our local craft store, but I found them in the sewing section. So if that's something that you'd like to find, that's where I found them. I don't know where other stores have them. I'm pretty sure Joann's is probably similar in where they would be at, and wherever they carry their Velcro is probably where they're going to have their clear thin adhesive. Now the one side is clear, the other side is kind of white-ish, so it kind of has a white appearance to it. I think they tear apart. They do tear apart. So I put the part that tears apart, the whiter part, I'm going to put on the back side of my mug here, because you're not going to see this when it's open as obviously as you are going to on this one, because it lays right in front. The other thing to do is to kind of curve these arms a little bit, because we're going to put a little Dove milk caramel and milk chocolate. Personally, I liked the caramel and dark chocolate, but I didn't think everyone else loved dark chocolate like I did, so I got them for class. I can't even eat them because there's corn in them, so it doesn't matter to me. Corn syrup. Gotta love it. I'm going to put a little piece of score tape on the back of this one. You could do a glue burr, would probably work just fine as well. Alrighty. Now that we found out we don't have school tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a happy child. We're gonna finish this one up. So I just put a piece of score tape on there. If you don't want to ruin it when they take it off, you could definitely use a glue dot. Might peel better. I just used what I had on hand. The other thing is, I'm gonna kind of tuck this. I don't know if I should tuck it in. Well, we'll just put it right here. Is that gonna work? Yeah. We're just gonna put it right there. It's gonna stick. It might come off. I'm not gonna put it down super hard. Now, so this one I want to put that clear adhesive dot on the top side of the glove. So you will see when we put it on here. See how it's, I mean, it's fairly clear, but you can still see it. And then this one, once we put it on there, it blends in fairly well. So you really can't see it a whole lot. I mean, when you're looking for it, you can see it, but it does definitely hide fairly good there. And then we're just gonna close that. And then we have our cute little critter with his little mug of coffee, and he's holding his little gift. And so there we have that one. And then for the back side here, I should find a gift card. I have a gift card somewhere around here that I usually use, but since I can't find it right now. And then that little gift card works perfectly in the back side of that one. And so you have a cute little Valentine's or Christmas treat, depending upon what season you're making them for. I am sure you are going to see some more of the critter huggers, because there's a lot of little critters you can make with them, and they're super cute. So there is my finished project for today. I hope you have a great holiday season. If I do not get back on here before Christmas due to the pending snowstorm, I hope you have an amazing holiday season with family and friends, or, you know, at home quietly in the craft room by yourself, because that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Have a great one. Keep getting inky. Bye.